What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chillporeal. I am your host, Brian, the Nerdporeal life form himself. And with me, well, we got a returning guest. She's been on the channel multiple times, but this is her second Chillporeal. That's why I said part two. So let's welcome back the one and only returner herself, Magitek Mags. How are you?
I'm good. Nerdporeal, that really made me cry.
I
I
was
know you saw
listening
my
to that. I was
oh my
listening.
god.
I was listening to last. I don't usually re-listen to Chillporeals, but I listened to some of the one we did. So the one we did was actually a year and a half ago. Definitely,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
if you haven't watched it, chat. It's in the description, part one. We really talk about we really go into detail about especially all the Final Fantasies, especially 4 and 6. So
Mhm.
if you want to hear a very nerdy conversation, definitely check that out. But yeah, so I it's been a while since we've had Mags on. I mean, we've had several whiskey streams without Mags, even though Mags, you were the original OG. You, me, and Pips, three of us were the original
Mhm.
whiskey thing, and I forget. I think he sent stuff for us to taste or something, and we
Yep.
put our trust in him. Uh, I don't know if that was the first time. I don't even remember how did we cross paths the first time. Do you remember?
Oh gosh. You and I have been in this space for a long time. Sorry, that intro really got to me. I don't know if you saw my reaction behind the scenes, but I was not expecting that. As everyone's aware of, I've had a very rough year. Um, so thank you. That was really sweet of you to do. Um, I want to make sure I am grateful for that. But anyway, gosh, feel like was it in Loki's chat?
You know, it might have been Loki's chat or uh I don't who else were you part of? Who else did you who's
Maybe Loki's chat, and then I think I hung out with Salty,
okay.
Corey, I think, and that group of people. And I just, you know how this space is sometimes it can be overlapping and we're all talking to each other in the chat or we're meeting each other. And then I don't know. It went from then I met the well, I met Pips, the White Cloaks, through I think Salty and Gang
And
and Zax
by
and all of
profit, yeah.
High Prophet, Zax and all of them. Yeah, I really kind of met Prophet um, and Steve, uh, Prophet the Dragon, and what is it? Manethrin, and all of them through like Corey and Zax. So I don't. It's kind of interesting how you start knowing and talking to other people and how everything starts overlapping one another. You almost feel like it's one giant entity almost of amalgamation of other people. But yeah, we kind of met through all of that. And of course, through our love of like Star Trek, of course, through Roman of the Empire. I'm not sure if you were on that. It was a Wrath of Khan stream that he did over a year ago. Um, might have been like a year and a half ago too. I'm not even sure. It's been a minute.
I was I think I was on Search for Spock. I was on Search for Spock.
Search for Spock. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it was that. Maybe I was I on that one, or I
I
must have self
I,
invited myself or something. I don't know.
I don't
Because
know.
I love the Star Trek movies. So it's just those are yep.
Yeah, Deep Space. Where is it? Deep Space Nine is right where my finger is. Voyager's to the right of that. Enterprise, and then
Uh huh.
what's funny is I still haven't replaced my original series. My favorite Star Trek, the original series. I haven't replaced that physical. I haven't replaced my physical media for that. Last. I don't know. I did a Star Trek stream or something, and I used it as a giveaway. I haven't done any giveaways in a while, so.
Oh,
But yeah, I've been doing giveaways quite a bit before, and I got someone didn't have it, so I sent it to them. I have all of Star Trek. I can watch it on Paramount Plus, even though Paramount Plus is, well, making some bad what they call Star Trek. But I'm not going to talk about that.
It's new Trek.
Exactly what it is. And yeah, I have something I want to present really quickly.
Okay.
Let me see if I got that. I want to show a picture. There's 3 of us. This was almost. Can you believe this was almost 2 years ago? So
Wow.
me and that ugly guy in the middle. Well, actually,
Don't be mean to him.
there's nobody in the middle right there. There's just I don't know why we were so far apart. Maybe I don't know. There was something in the middle there, but there's no person there holding a shield that says the Virginia Axe Company. But yeah, this was one of the funnest. I think this might have been one of the funnest days of the trip. The between this and going shooting with Pips. Same road trip. Met him a few days, and then I met Steve, and then we met up with Max. So that's so we actually did meet. It's been a couple of years. So
It has been.
but this was a lot of fun. We were playing, we were throwing, we were throwing axes, we were throwing ninja
Shovels?
stars, playing Ninja Gaiden music while throwing the ninja stars. At least I
We were
made sure of it.
We were throwing knives and shovels, y'all. It was like we were throwing everything. Everything but the kitchen sink, right?
Yeah.
But that was a fun day, and yeah, I'm glad you came around and Steve was able to come and meet us. And of course, I wasn't gonna let you guys sit around. We were gonna go around and have fun. So
Yeah, I think we did this first, and then we went miniature golfing, and
well,
then
I think we did this.
oh we met up for lunch, and then we did this. Then we went
Mhm.
to golf, and then we had we went to that, what was the name of that? I forget the name of that tavern that we went to for dinner.
Was it Midnight Brew? It wasn't Midnight Brewery.
The
It
one
was
with the Reuben egg rolls.
oh Rare Old Times.
Yes.
That's my favorite Irish pub. So
Mm-hmm.
yep.
So
That
yeah,
means you still have to come back around sometime.
I do. I mean, I had something similar here in Chicago that made me nostalgic for those Reuben egg rolls. I had I went to because I'm in Chicago. There's lots of places to eat. The Bill Murray's family owns a restaurant in Rosemont, right by the O'Hare Airport area, and they had an egg roll that was almost as good. Not quite as good, almost as good. They had an Italian beef egg roll, and it just made me think of the Reuben egg roll in Virginia, and I just wanted to one of these days I want to do another road trip and go east again.
Yep. Well, there's a lot to do, at least around in Virginia, if you really want to have a good stay and everything, or stay longer or something like that. There are so many historical places, like, especially if you grew up. For me, I love history. We have the historical triangle here in Virginia: Jamestown, Yorktown, and Williamsburg.
We went to Jamestown. Me and Steve went to Jamestown for
Isn't it?
for a day.
Yep, it's really, really cool. I highly recommend even Yorktown, because that's where the Battle of Yorktown happened, and you get to walk the battlefield that's still preserved there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the American Revolutionary Museum there. But there's also like Civil War battlegrounds too. So there's so much history here that you can just spend a day, go around, and then also have a taste of Virginia. We've got, if you love oysters, we have oysters. There's plenty of stuff to do around here. In fact, even downtown where I live, I'm not going to say specifically, but downtown where I live, there's so much history that like we could spend an entire day downtown, like easily.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But and of course, there's always my favorite restaurant spots and my favorite spots for like scenic views, and also fun places to go too. So it's it's not without it. So if you ever come around town, just let me know, and then I could take the day, and that way we can have fun. We can drag Steve out of his out of his his little hole down there that he
Mm-hmm.
had.
How'd you know it was a hole? How'd you know it was a hole?
Like he's like a hobbit.
Yeah, he's a few inches shorter than me. Love you, Steve. All right, so I want to say hello to the chat first before we go any further. So we got Petey York, firsty. We have Tomby, second. We have Mike, Pacific 414. We have first time here, Leo Mega. Too late, so he must be across the ocean.
Okay.
Thanks for being here. And then we got Angry Canadian. We got Daxinar.
Hi, Dax.
We have Yarn Witch Live, who I just followed on X. So
Hi, Yarny.
thanks for being here. Got my buddy Kyle Dread Roberts. We got Stark of Iron. Nice. Then we got the legendary Silverlock. Silverlock, I am going to, even though I've been complaining about it, I am going to finish the Wheel of Time this year. Silverlock has read all the Wheel of Times since they first came out. So
hear that, chat? That you're gonna have to really push this guy and be on his case all the time. Start bugging him. Like, poke.
Then we got Ms. Martin Muses. Miss Martin Muses. I started doing more streams and more collaborations with her. She released a great video today about Tolkien, about one of Tolkien's letters and how he got the idea. Where he tells Sam, we saved the Shire, but not for me, which is so freaking good. It is so good. I mean, Tolkien is just, I mean, when everybody says Tolkien is S tier in fantasy, he is. It's just, you hear stuff, it's so good. That's why those movies, if you didn't have Tolkien, those movies, the trilogy would have been nothing. So. Absolutely. So speaking of Tolkien, we have another guy, High King Feanor, Alpha Chad in Middle Earth.
Hi King.
He's really killing it on X. Like he gets 300, 400, 500 likes whenever he posts something. So man, congrats. I know he's working on a video talking about the differences between the movies and Tolkien and kind of how the movies might have ruined entertainment going forward. At least I think that in Game of Thrones.
Well, they set the bar so high, it's kind of hard to judge others.
And here's the thing: they copy them. Like everybody copies Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. I mean, Game of Thrones, for instance, was copied in Star Trek Discovery. They literally copied aspects of Game of Thrones in Star Trek Discovery Season 1. The Mirror Universe.
Well, it's just like, what is it? Rings
of Mirror Universe had a moon door.
It's just like Amazon's Rings of Poop. They try to be like, we're gonna Game of Thrones Rings of Poop, and it's like, wait, what? Like, no.
So I want to thank Miss Martin Muses for the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much. And I don't see a name on here. I don't see a name or anything. It just says, hail, watching something Buckeyes. Had to stop by and say hi. FF Forever. Oh, in 2001 is a very great movie. Thank you. Thank you, Nobody Netherin. Oh, I love you, Nathan. Man, I'm Netherin.
Good luck to your Buckeyes. Guess what? Notre Dame won yesterday. Woo! We're the championship. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who I don't follow. I mean, I don't follow college football as much. I mean, I follow the athletes and all that, how they're doing, but I don't really watch the games. Like I just don't. I don't know. I don't like to spend 3 hours or 2 hours watching a football game. I don't know why. I don't have the ADD is high with me.
Okay.
Especially now.
See, for me, it's hard to watch. I'm a Notre Dame. Well, my whole family is a Notre Dame family. I mean, we're Catholic, Irish, Italian family. So what do you expect?
My family is. I mean, my family is rooted in Catholicism, but not Irish or Italian. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell what I am based on that. So.
Well, you don't have to be Irish or Catholic to even like Notre Dame. I know plenty of Catholics who are very much fans of Notre Dame because Catholic. But the thing is, it's kind of been like a chip off our shoulders because of all the history that's gone on in America for Catholics in general. But neither here TLDR it for the for the time being. It's as a fan of Notre Dame, we're very much used to the very, very highs and the very, very lows, and also the nail biting anxiety each and every game. And I am surprised I am not fully gray at this point. It's been a wild ride this year. I did not expect this success that they have come this far, even let alone getting into the national championship. So I am pretty happy with that. If they win, I will be even more happy about that. But at the same time, like, it's really Notre Dame against everybody else, because it's a smaller program regardless. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. So I'm just here for the ride. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess Notre Dame or the Illini would be the closest thing if I was forced to be a fan of college football, or maybe Northwestern. Northwestern's right here in Chicago as well. So we got a few other people I haven't said hello yet. Static 2020, and we got the my Cerebro, professor, the smartest guy in the room, Gadfly Fiction. And we got Dadman Walking 55. We got Peter Venkman's fan site. We got the Gourd King. Wow, I'm getting all these star people showing up. Nice. And yeah, I think that. Oh yeah. Oh, Nosferatu. Nas. I made sure to tell Nas and bring back. He said So the reason why I bought I bought donuts for the sake of the reunion of the Donut Squad. So I mean, I bought these as a joke, but I work in Aurora, which is where Wayne's World takes place, and I had to drive away, and I kind of had a little bit of a sweet tooth, so I had one. So, but I need something to soak the booze tonight that we are going to be drinking. So we have to share. So Mags, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I'm not drinking this whole thing, guys. Just calm down. I'd like to wake up tomorrow without a headache. But
I'll tell you what happened last stream.
But I am drinking in honor of Notre Dame. I am drinking Proper 12, an Irish whiskey. I'm sorry that my camera is I need to switch it to be able to show it. But yeah, that's Proper 12. It's an Irish whiskey blend, aged 4 years in bourbon barrels. So it's triple distilled, and it's a very good proper whiskey.
Nice. All right, and for yours truly, I have taken a liking to Woodford. I think the Woodford double oaked bourbon, 90 proof, has been the one I think I've bought the most lately. So yep. I plan to finish the rest of this. So I think I drank this whole thing, and this is the third stream. I had a little bit of this with Dane, with one of the White Cloaks, and I had a lot of this the last whiskey stream.
Did you have that whole? Did you have it all the way up to that point?
Yeah, I think so.
Woo!
So
I cannot do that.
You want to see? I have.
Oh, shove it, Nathan. Shove it, Nathan.
I have. I'm going to embarrass myself, but you want to see a previous Chillporeal? At the end of the previous Chillporeal, I'll show you what. So look, that's me. So a little context here. For those of you who don't know, Pips is in the Marine Corps, or Pips is in the Marine Corps. He started a new shift in his life. He had a kid, and he started working overseas, like a couple months at a time, and then he would come back, and then he'd go back for 2 months, and then come back for 2 months, and that type of thing. So whenever he came back, sometimes if he had time, we'd have whiskey stream, because he's the one. The three of us were the ones that started, and then but then Mags got too busy for us, so we had to find a third person. So that's where Nathan came in. So Nathan was basically Mags, discount Mags right
so
here.
I discount Mags. So
Yes.
I transitioned, right?
Yeah. You evolved, and the rest of us kind of stayed. You evolved and ascended to another level of planar existence, and we stayed down here. So
Oh, come on. You guys are fine. This life is life sometimes when it gets to be that way.
yeah.
But,
So this last Chillporeal was meant to be a joke. Like, it was just meant to have just a fun time. We were roasting each other and all this. And I did something I probably shouldn't have done. I made Pips an admin. So he started texting. He was able to chat in my name and change, like, he was able to change the headline. So he wrote down how I learned to stop worrying and be drunk Porial, which is something I would never do because drunk Porial is a myth, doesn't exist. Even though, yeah, see, look at that is the face right there.
I think I got introduced to you because of drunk Porial. No, I did I call you drunk Porial? Was that me that did that?
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I don't remember that. If I don't remember it, then it didn't happen. So
yes, it was a stream between you and me and Pips, I think. Or Pips was there. We were having fun.
Yeah, we were having fun. And this I mean, literally the name of the stream on the thumbnail was Part Whatever. And so, because of the fact that he had admin, he could banish me from my own stream if he wanted to. And so I opened it with making fun of his height, even though I made fun of his height, and he banished me. and then I was just like, okay, so this is gonna be, so we're just all talking crap the entire time. But this is the end. So we were wrapping things up. I was trying to be as serious as I could in my very sober state right here. So let's take a look right here. Let's see how this is. This should only be like a minute, I think. If that's not campy, I don't know what is. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Or
anyway. All right. So we'll make a deal. I'll watch Deep Space Nine at some point. And
but you gotta watch those episodes I mentioned. You gotta watch The Wounded. You gotta watch Ensign Row, and you gotta watch Chain of Command Part 1 and Part 2. So even though I'm clearly sober here, I'm able to remember episode name. That's how big of a Star Trek fan I really am.
That's a true test. Get somebody drunk and then start talking IP with them, or
sober. Mags, sober, sobriety. Yeah. That is the face of sobriety right there. So
you liar.
I didn't hear that, Mags, but we'll keep going. Those are great.
You have to send me an email with my homework assignment.
Oh my gosh. I never did. Do I really have to? Okay, I actually have to. Remember, this is Pips we're talking to. He'll remember the Constitution. He'll remember history. He'll remember everything. He'll remember everything all the time. But if I tell him something, he's gonna forget. Why? Yeah, because it's me. Because it's me. What comes out of my mouth?
I mean, you can say that, but if it makes you feel any better, my wife.
I love Nathan's face.
I mean, I guess I'm the wife. I guess I'm the wife number 2.
Nathan, you have similar experience on your end.
Look
at Nathan. Yeah. So all right. But yeah, everybody subscribe to both of these gentlemen. And we're going to, instead of showing the outro, I'm going to show, I'm just so proud of my serial horror opening for my last video that I did with Miss Martin Uses. Salty, I don't know what that means. Jesus is still going. We've been talking. We've been having
he lives.
We've been having a blast, not black. We've been having a blast, and yeah. So everybody, thanks for being here, Salty. It's good to see you. And so I'm just really proud of my last serial horror that I did with Miss Martin Muses. I want to show it, and that'll be the end. So everybody, talking more than usual. Yeah, keep our aerial bus driver on the bottom in mind as he goes out into as he rides out into the unknown. I've been mean to make a mean comment. I've been mean to make a mean joke, but you haven't really gotten me to that point where I said go and fly out into a war zone and all that, and I'd be like, oh no, don't do that, all that. But I don't know. But
oh my gosh, so pissed that I did.
It doesn't work now. That it just totally didn't land. So I hate you guys. I fucking hate myself. Why did I fucking say that? God damn it.
Play the clip. Play the
All right,
clip.
I'm going to play the clip. So, so subscribe to the White Club. Subscribe to man of Manethrin, and we will see you guys later. Keep the pitman below me.
You got the tickets?
Oh,
Vivid Seats, the only ticket company in the game that rewards you for buying.
Freaking. Never mind. He's gonna be fine. Later, guys. Take care. Chillporeal doesn't exist.
Walking the line.
Oh, that stupid ad. So basically, it's like everybody keep him in your thoughts, and oh, never mind, he'll be fine. So yeah, that was me. That was me last time, and I made the wise decision to lay down and conk out before having a glass of water right here in my Nerdporeal glass. Everybody,
nice
Nerdporeal glass. So I had my first hangover ever in my life that next day. Ooh. And yeah. It was just nauseous. I didn't vomit or anything, but I was nauseous that morning. So yeah, so now I know you have to drink water and stay hydrated while you're doing this. So yeah, so speaking of which, have I learned my lesson? Heck no. Let's get started.
I've already poured mine, so I've been waiting.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I didn't say it like that. I was just like, I'm not gonna sip unless when you're ready. So
all right.
Okay.
To Mags and 2025. Let's have it.
All right, here.
Strovia.
Nostrovia. That's how you say it.
Oh.
My uncle always says nostrils over ya.
Nostrils over ya. Nice.
Because I'm also Polish and German, so I think in Polish or Poland somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Polish people also say Nostrovia too for cheers. So
lots of O's and Z's and
now and
I'll be honest.
The Irish say Snatcha. So
yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
And the Italians say salute. So
salute. Yeah, I could never. What's funny is everybody always knew I was Polish. Everybody. If I told you my last name on stream, which I won't, but I don't know if I ever told you my last name, but I tell you my last name, you will know right away I'm Polish. And you look at me, you're like, I think even the last stream, Pips called me a Polak. They're like, hey, this guy's a Polak.
It's okay.
Yeah, he's a bad person. I'm kidding. I got a little bit of that. I got a little German, but I was like, I was always the outsider when I was in school, in high school. So I went to a school that had they had a lottery system. So this was like the earliest thing that you could say it was DEI. Well, I wouldn't say it was DEI. I don't know if it was DEI, but it was a lottery system where they took in 25%, this race, that race, like white, black,
gotcha,
Hispanic, Asian, whatever. So so I went to school with people that were actually from Poland. So like the Polish club, for instance, I could never be part of because they all spoke Polish to each other. I didn't speak Polish. The only thing I knew was Kudwa.
I know some Polish.
Dobranoc. Dziękuję.
Well, I know I know pierogies.
Yakshimash.
I know pierogies. I mean, how do you not like and know pierogies? I mean,
Okay, well, what kind of pierogi? It depends on the pierogi.
potato based.
I like the potato and cheese one, and a lot of people told me that's the Russian one.
Oh no, my grandmother will come back from her grave and fight people over that one. So,
but she didn't like the potato and cheese one. Or...
No, she was 100% Polish. She would fight people over stuff like that. Her parents were from Poland, so she would have a word about that. What others? I know. No, in German, cheers is Prost. I have to lurk, but I'm sending you all my love. It's good to see you again, Megs. Thank you, Yarny. Hi, it's good to see you around again too. Mwah.
Can you vamp for me really quickly?
Sure. Hi. I don't have control like Pips does, so I will say hello in chat. And I see Stormstrike. Hi, Stormstrike on the Twitter side. Thank you for being here. We are on I think we're streaming on YouTube and Twitter. So there you go. Halftime is over. Back to the game, Man of Manetheren. Okay. I'll see you later. But and Brian's back, so we're here.
Stormstrike from the X side, which is very rare. I don't know about you, but like because I dual stream here on YouTube. Well, here technically we're in StreamYard, but I stream on YouTube, but I also stream on X, and X is like if I see like saying, oh, the X side has this amount of viewers, they're not viewers, they're bots.
Oh,
because I mean this right here, seeing a chat from X on the X side where you see the little X logo right there, it's an extreme rarity. Everything else, here you see the YouTube logo. It's everybody's here from on the YouTube side. So so that's kind of what I've been doing. So you want to know something? So I had so for those of you who are still here, I don't know if any of you listen to Chillporeal. Chillporeal is something I try to do weekly, and it's something that I just have I have guests on, different people usually from the sphere, or people that, or maybe some people from outside this sphere. So like last week, for instance, I had someone from outside the sphere, and it was a really good time. We talked about Quest 64. That was one thing I forgot to tell you last time. So I was telling you that my history of RPGs, how I started with Super Mario and then I got into JRPGs. Well, before JRPGs, I played the N64, and there was a few N64 RPGs that everybody wants to forget. And those were what I played before I got into JRPGs in college. So we talked about Quest 64 was one of those games. So I had the guy on. The guy Mike was great. He helped me promote my stuff on X, and he told me and this is the thing that I was willing to bite the bullet for. I started an account on Blue Sky, because the guy last week was also on Blue Sky. So I opened an account on Blue Sky, and unless it's video game related or dealing with people on that side, like I didn't post the stream or post anything Blue Sky on. I didn't post the stream on Blue Sky because I don't think anyone else that we know is on Blue Sky. I looked at Blue Sky. Holy crap! Every other person is a meme or a furry or a pronoun.
Oh, that's well, and it's just another platform to keep up with. And honestly, if you had to choose between platforms, you're not going to probably have the open discourse over there as much, or the interaction, because of the people that they attract. So it is what it is.
I'll be honest though, I posted something, and I'll be honest, Blue Sky does have some positives. The algorithm doesn't completely abandon you after like a few hours like it does on X. So like once it gets like to a certain point, like I get no more engagement whatsoever, no matter what. Even if I tag certain people, it's just like it stops no matter what. What's funny about Blue Sky is it operates like Twitter used to operate. And I still have been getting likes and stuff on my for my stream that I posted. So I posted in a similar way on Blue Sky that I do on X. So but yeah, Mike last week was great. Definitely, if you follow Quest 64 official, if you're a big fan of the N64 era of gaming, and especially that game, which gets very little love. I didn't know anybody else that liked it, so I had to follow him, and he followed me, and then we started talking, and then I was able to schedule Chillporeal. So I'll be honest, 2024 was kind of it was a kind of a downer year for me too. I'll be honest.
I think it sucked for everybody, to be. I mean, it just seemed like that was the general theme of 2024 for whatever reason. But go ahead.
I didn't make any. I honestly, I didn't make a video. I last video I uploaded was last year. I think January or February. So, yeah, I did a review on Super Mario RPG Remake, and that was it. I haven't. I mean, everything I've done with the channel since then has been streaming wise. I've been either Chillporeal. Or the other thing I do is serial horror during Halloween season. So, which is basically a movie thing. So I want to do something like that, but with regular movies during the regular season. I came up with a name, and I'll say it here first. I want to hear your reaction. What do you think of Chillporeal CinemaCast?
Chillporeal CinemaCast. It does it. I mean, it's got a nice ring to it, and it's easy to say. Like sometimes people will name podcasts, and it's kind of like that's not necessarily easy to say. And you want something to have a little bit of a staying power.
Yeah.
You can say Cineporeal Cast.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep.
Or
I'll keep
be
that.
like a Cineporeal, but it's up to you. It sounds great already. I mean, you're the this is your baby, so I would stick with whatever you feel is good for yourself.
All right, well, you heard it here. Mags rejected Chillporeal.
No, I did not. Come on now, stop it.
I'm kidding. But yeah, it's actually, it actually doesn't sound like a bad suggestion. Maybe make it one word. So yeah, like I originally, the name of this, I was trying to think of a name for this channel, and I'm walking around, I'm thinking, all the wonderful times I had, playing Nintendo and watching original Star Trek on VHS and reading the Star Trek encyclopedia, which I also got same Christmas as, that. And I was just thinking of, corporeal and incorporeal and all the different examples of it that were listed in the Star Trek encyclopedia, like Q, Trelane, all the, the super powered, life forms that were, not life as we know it, that, were usually made of energy or something, Organians, all that. So I thought and I thought a Nerdrotics channel. So I thought nerd and then corporeal, corporeal. Then I thought nerd corporeal life form, because corporeal basically means life, or a form of life,
a corporal being or something like that.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, nerd corporeal. So it was nerd corporeal for a while, but then like you said, didn't quite sound great to say nerd corporeal. Can you imagine me saying, hey, everybody, I'm the nerd corporeal life form? I mean, it's okay, but then I thought, maybe if I get rid of core and just go nerdporeal. And then, well, history's been made. So, but here's the fun thing. In my entire time on YouTube, I've only had 2 different pronunciations of nerdporeal. So there's nerdporeal, and then some people like Coach from Echo Base Network, or one time I super chatted the Critical Drinker, and he said it the same way, nerdporeal. So that was the other one. Nerdporeal was the other one. So, and I've had one time. This was the Critical Drinker one's funny because I did meet Nerdrotic. I was a member for a little bit. so he knew who I was. And when I sent a super chat, this is when Neurotic was on with him. He said Nerdporeal, and then Neurotic corrected him and said Nerdporeal. So I was just like, oh, okay. So I got to Gary actually corrected Critical Drinker. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, it's been a while since I've watched any of those guys. It's been a while. I've been busy with stuff, and I don't know. I've been finding more fun, watching. I've been finding other channels to watch. Watch a
I think
lot.
That's the nature of this space, though. It's that it's not. You find you start really getting into the weeds of things of, you start discovering other people, and that you seem to feel like you mesh with, or what they present is something that you vibe with as well. And so that just happens. You just move right along.
You did not.
I did.
Jeez. Well, you know what? Here, you want to hear something fun? I was very generous this whole Christmas season. So I consider myself blessed because part of the thing was I wasn't working coming into 2024. So yeah, I started my job last summer, and I'm liking it. I'm learning quite a bit.
Good.
I'm actually, I'm willing to work. I'm willing to do work. On, like, if I'm not finished something, I will bring my work home, my computer home, and I will do it and everything. So I like the people there. Everybody's really friendly, and I can ask questions and everything. So I consider myself blessed to have this job, and it's a new position too. It's a brand new. I was never a project engineer before, so this is brand new stuff for me. So,
congratulations!
Well, thank you. So, and I also consider myself blessed. I'm now, everybody here knows I'm single. I just turned 40. So, so there's a lot of weight that goes into it. And no, I didn't. I'm trying to lose weight. That's not the weight I'm talking about. I've been doing intermittent fasting. I don't eat breakfast or lunch usually. So I just had a little bit. I had some dinner when I got home. I actually went to A&W and got myself a chili coney dog. What? I wanted a coney dog. When I said and a root beer. I wanted a root beer too. So what was I getting at?
You're really blessed. You started your job.
The new job, and just meeting all the people here on the way. So I've actually shifted some friendships. There was a few friendships that there was one or two that didn't work out within the last couple of years, and it kind of closed the door on a certain part of my life. And it's been it's been a little tough, but it's been something that it was just something that was going to happen regardless. And I think it happens to all of us. A lot of people, experience it when they get married. They can't see their friends as much. And people change, and I understand that. It doesn't make it easier, but it's something that it's something that I understand. It's something that you can eventually let go. But it's been great meeting a whole bunch of people here on this in the space. And like everybody that has been nice enough to collaborate with me, to talk to me, has I just felt like, part of sometimes I like to do nice things for people because it makes me feel good, and I don't expect anything in return. That's just the kind of person I am. And I do it for selfish reasons, obviously, according to Ayn Rand. If you're familiar with Ayn Rand.
I'm very familiar with her. Yep.
So I still haven't read any of her books, but I've listened to videos about objectivism. So, but we're not here to talk about that. But I'm just really happy for the relationships I was able to forge. This was something that I always had a hard time with, ever since I was a kid, and it's one of those things that leads you to feel a certain way about yourself. When people don't notice you, or people, you try to say something in a crowd and nobody notices or something, you feel certain things. So it's something that I still carry with me to this day, but it's it's gotten better because I've gotten more confident in myself and more.
Mhm.
I think self-respect has been a big thing developed, and I'm just grateful for just the fact that I can connect and have fun and be in the company of you guys. That's really what it is. And so, yeah, so I sent a whole bunch of generous super chats to people. So
Mhm.
I would sent you one, but you haven't been. People who don't have either super chat or donation button, I couldn't do anything for.
Well,
I
I
definitely would
wouldn't
sent.
even if I had stayed, I don't have I'd never I mean I have the subscribers, but I never had the watch hours. I was never close enough to begin with for that. So
Yeah,
that's
so
okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
well, thank you so much for the 10 Nerdporeal life form memberships. So let's see who got. Let's see who got. Let's see who got them. So we got Dagon. Dagon. So the chief of the Daedra from Elder Scrolls Oblivion has now become a sponsor. So I hope he doesn't crush my house because he's a member now. We got Flaccid Phoenix. So I tried to work something out. I couldn't get anything to work out with Flaccid Phoenix, but Flaccid Phoenix been killing it. Definitely subscribe to. I think he changed his channel to Our Hilts Hurt now. So yeah, if you want Game of Thrones content and funny, witty, and kind of juvenile humor, definitely check them out. They're pretty funny. 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, fellow Chicagoan. I had the honor of meeting him. Definitely want to have him on at some point. I met him in 2021 when at the Nerdrotic Geeks and Gamers meetup and everything. So I got to meet a whole bunch of people even before. So I revealed my face a year after I started the channel. So I was still, hiding behind the Nerdporeal logo and all that. But I revealed myself, when I went to the meetup in Las Vegas that year. And yeah, Las Vegas still made us wear freaking masks. I went to the Star Trek convention because I decided, I'm going to stay in the hotel that had the Star Trek convention.
Mhm.
Nobody from the meetup went to the Star Trek convention, so I was one of the few people that was there. Actually no, I met the Salty. You ever heard of the Salty podcast?
Mhm. I have.
The Salty Nerd podcast or something. They were there,
Mhm.
so I talked to them a little bit. And I got into arguments with other older nerds about what the true geek year was. So everybody says 1982 was the true geek year. I tried to argue 1984, and it got kind of little nasty at points. I mean,
Were
I didn't say
you
anything mean, but I was trying to.
were you trying to cause some trouble?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing. I had like these things really, these masks really get on the nerve of my really. I wore those really cheap blue ones, with the string. Maybe I
Mhm.
don't know what the material is around the ear. It
Yeah.
eventually wears on the ear. Like it hurts to the point where I like on the plane. We had to wear it the whole time on the plane. I wanted to take it off. Like it felt like it felt worse than I don't know. It's just I wanted to take it off, and I tried to. I lowered it as much as I could, and we had this. There was this gentleman in a wheelchair who was kind of like what do you call it? He was basically going around telling people, "Hey, put on your freaking masks." Trying to be a tough guy, even though he was in a wheelchair and
Mhm.
4 eyes. He's a nerd and all that. This was at the Star Trek convention. And I was just like, and I just said nope, and I walked away. I said nope, and I walked
No.
away.
It's like, I'm not dealing with this today. Yeah.
So at that convention, so this was 2021. So this is like a few years into Star Trek Discovery, Picard season 2, or no, Picard season 1. Just season 1 came out the year before, and let's just say there were people from Discovery there, and no, very few people talked to any of the actors. Like there were actors there, and like one or two people would talk to them. Everybody lined up for like people from Deep Space Nine, Next Generation, Voyager, everything. I went. I met. I got to meet Garrick, Andrew Robinson. So
Nice.
I got to meet him. He didn't have a line when I went there, but when I got off, he had a line. But he gave a few minutes. Like the best. I would rather talk to a celebrity or actor that has that doesn't have a big line, and I don't care if they are a star, like like your Michael J. Fox or your Christopher Lloyd or something. I want someone that will tell an interesting story and have a good time talking to and answering some questions for a few minutes, and that's it. And so Andrew Robinson was just that person. He talked about his time working with Don Siegel and Clint Eastwood on Dirty Harry, and he talked about freaking he talked about, what do you call it, Deep Space Nine. He talked about playing Garrick, and I did ask him the question, because I saw the documentary What You Left Behind, the virtue signaling documentary, where they had to scream really loud because I take it was the original intent was to make the character Garrick gay. And I didn't notice this at all when I watched it. Apparently in his first appearance, he kind of came off that way subtly. Okay, maybe not so subtle. I don't know. I didn't see it. But then they made such a big stink about it. And I was just like, I asked him about it. I was like, was Bashir supposed to be that too? He's like, I don't know. He's just, I don't know. I was supposed to say it. That's literally what he said to me. He's like, I was supposed to say it. So, hey, if they paid him, fine. I'm cool with that.
Yep.
I still enjoy talking to him, but it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. And I knew it was crap. But look who's here. Look who else is here.
Hi, Brandon.
Brandon, the anime guy. So yeah, definitely. So apparently he did a thing where he's like, he did a poll where it's like, should I stop swearing? F yes or F no. F no won by almost a landslide, and he said, I keep trying to quit swearing, but I keep getting pulled back in. So I made a Godfather 3 joke. I was like, or not really joke. I said, here is the Weeb Father Part 3, the rise and fall of Brandon the anime, all one word, the middle name, Guy Leone or something.
Guy Leone.
from the town of Guy Leone, Sicily. What did I do to deserve this disrespect? You don't even call me.
You gotta do the
Chillporeal.
You gotta do the chin thing. He goes,
Mags,
look what they've done to my boy.
You're not even my daughter. Look what they've done to Max. Look what they've done to her. Where's Max? I'm doing streams. I'm looking at the chat. And I'm like, where's Max? She's gone. She fled to Sicily or something. I don't know. I gotta stop. My nose is getting itchy. Whenever I do stuff like this, my nose gets itchy. I don't know why I try to joke around. I don't know what
it's
it
because
is,
when you have to change your voice, it starts like, I don't know, vibration or something like that.
Yeah. I don't want to if I'm pushing too far or something, or if there's some certain things don't want to talk about. I'm curious if there's anything you want to share about 2024. Like, were there things that you learned, things that you want to be better, or is that something to not? No, I'm not. Like, if it's something that's too painful or personal, don't or something. So.
Well, I have learned not everybody understands the definition of friend, or they actually have different ideas of the definition of friend. In my opinion, friend is very constant. It's not fluid. It doesn't change definitions. It's always been solid and stable, just like love. So I have definitely learned that people like to treat friend very differently. So I have learned a lot. Obviously, I know that real life family and friends come first, and jobs and everything else, that definitely comes first. It's very grounded. But after last year, where I lost a lot of family members and loved ones, friends of the family, who it seemed like it was like holding your breath like every other week. And I just needed to step away. Sometimes you just need to start all over, start from scratch, and really have a cleanse, so to speak, of things that just were not quite good for you. And sometimes that can be people. And it can be people who are actually ugly on the inside. They just don't reveal it all the time to everybody else. Sometimes they just show it to other people for whatever reason because they just don't like you. So I took that lesson and I've come back. I know you and me, we've tried to keep up with conversations, but end of the year, everything else, life happens. It's hard to keep up with that. But I'm definitely coming into this year with a newer perspective of I don't care. I just don't care about wanting to. I wouldn't say please, because it's not like I was trying to please anybody or anything. I don't really care about if people don't like me. Okay. I just don't care. Like, you do you. That's none of my business. Clearly it's your problem, not mine. And I just don't care. You're not going to ruin my sunshine. You're not going to ruin my day. I've had too many people leave this earth in one freaking year, and I don't give a crap about your life or who you are. So you can go about your business, do your thing. I don't want to have anything to do with you either. So bye. It's like, it's about keeping proper boundaries as well.
Yes.
Not everybody, you don't owe anybody any access.
No.
So, and not everybody who approaches you is going to be your friend. Just like I said earlier, people can like your posts, can follow you, and all this other stuff. It doesn't mean that they're a friend. It usually means it can be nefarious a little bit, but it can also mean that they're not, they're just acquaintances. And I don't mean to sound like that with everybody that's out there, because I'm sure people approaching it very genuinely as I have. But you have to be very careful, because not everybody has your best intention in mind. And not everybody is clearly as sincere as you. So you just have to be careful and be mindful. And, I'm just going to be vibing. I'm going to be vibing in my own space. I'm going to be creating from the ground up my own little world. I am not going to be joining any communities. I'm not going to be coming back to a space, so to speak. I'm going to have relationships with individuals. So that's kind of how I'm approaching it. And, I'm just going to build my own, I don't want to say universe, because it's really weird, community, whatever. It's just more like, I'm just going to be doing my own thing. If people come, it's like, if you build it, they will come kind of situation.
Yeah.
If people come back into my life and who genuinely want to be in my life and want to be a part of me, then okay, I'm happy about it. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. But as I said, like, I am not going to seek people out. Like, that's just, I'm sorry. It's just one of those things. I've been bitten too many times, and it's kind of like, don't expect me to. I'm not going to grovel, and I'm not going to go after people. Like, I know you and me, we've kept up our friendship, which I am I'm very grateful to have. Definitely don't want to take advantage of something like that. Like, that is something, true friendship is really hard to come by.
It is.
But it's,
and you have to know the pain in order to understand that. A lot of people don't experience that, and so to play devil's advocate, some people don't have the ability to understand that or to feel that. So
no, because they're behind a screen, so they just don't see you like that, or they have all of these weird, I don't know, these weird things. And it's kind of like, I'm done. Like, okay, cool. Glad you're mean people. I'm happy for you to be mean, whatever, be your own thing. But honestly, that's just not my vibe. And fine, you can be in your own space, be with your own people. You can have it. I do not care. Like,
Yeah.
I have clearly have people who are in my corner who do genuinely want me around and want to have me, like you asking me to come on your show. But it's like,
I missed you. I was taking the trip down memory lane. I remember all the fun times, we had. I mean, like I said, you, me, and Steve, we met, and we had. It was one of the. It was probably. It was one. I mean, I don't want to be unfair to everybody else who I met, but it was one of the best. It was probably might be the best day of my trip. I mean,
yep.
like I said, so it was a lot of fun, and yes, you are surrounded, I think, by a lot of friends. Like, a lot of people reacted to you coming back with joy on X. Like, I don't think I got nearly as many engagement otherwise. So,
Well,
hey, you're the star here. I'm just the guy. I'm just the guy that's hosting.
No, and I don't mean this, I guess, to sound very mean, but I do apologize to anyone who's listening. Thank you. I appreciate all the love. But forgive me for being a little cautious, because it's just like I said, once you get bitten too many times, it's hard to kind of reach out to people, kind of reach your hand out and embrace people immediately. I'm very much an embracer immediately type of person, because that's just me, and that's how my family is. Like, we're very like, oh, like, if I see a friend, like, I am sorry, I don't care, guy or girl, I'm gonna hug you, I'm gonna kiss you on the cheek. It's all like, when I say I go to 0 to 60, I go 0 to 60. But when you have too many times and too many instances of being bitten, it's kind of like I don't know who to trust type of thing, or who is truly like who I can kind of read to be real. So it's,
you have to follow actions.
Exactly.
Not words.
Words
you have
are
to
meaningless.
Look at their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So
words are always meaningless. Sorry to say that, guys. I love you all. It's just, please forgive me for being a little,
So, Mags, thank you so much for sharing that. I know I was like, should I ask? I was asking myself, should I ask? Am I overreaching?
Talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. No. No. There's certain things that you can. I feel there's certain things you can say, but I think a lot of stuff, you don't tell everybody what you're doing. You don't tell everybody. You don't tell your left hand what your right hand's doing, all that type of thing. So I really appreciate you sharing that. And something I think all of us can relate to. I know I can relate to. But oh my gosh, I feel there's a presence here. There's another figure here.
What do you have up your sleeve?
I think I'm being, my head's hurting. There's transmissions. What's going on? What is happening? What is happening?
What are we doing? Like, what is happening?
Oh my God! How did you get here? Where'd you come from? How'd you get here?
You're muted, Steve.
You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. It's been a minute, right? I've been, my agent said show up at 10. I showed up at 10 and sat here for 20 minutes in the green room.
Yeah.
Because
we started late. Mags,
okay.
Yeah, Mags forgot she had a laptop, so she had to turn it on.
Oh my gosh! So Steve, I hadn't been on this laptop, which is like my super laptop, because it's the only thing I have that works for gaming and streaming and all this other stuff. I hadn't turned it on really since I left Twitter.
Holy crap.
Can you imagine all of these? Yeah. I was like, if I turn it on 30 minutes ahead of time, it would be fine, right? No, it was not.
I didn't ask. When did you get the airs?
These? I've had these. I got them not 2024 Christmas, but 2023
She's had
Christmas.
them always. How rude of you not to notice. You're a terrible, toxic person. Jesus.
Well, I mean,
what is wrong
Steve,
with you?
leave alone.
You're just talking about toxicity and being mean, and you don't notice the cat ears. I mean, God.
Well, I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I was a little worried, because I brought up furries earlier, like because every other person on Blue Sky is a
You talk
furry.
about furries all the time when you're drinking. You just don't remember.
Are you? Is it? Oh, wait. Hold on. Back it up. Ryan, do you need to talk about something?
Me? No.
You like to talk about furries.
Chillporeal likes the furries. Apparently, I can't.
I didn't.
It seems to come out once.
Steve, did you say something? I didn't hear that. Maybe
because you're Chillporeal now. You're more.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. There we go. So yeah, we didn't hear anything that he said.
Hey, Brian, you need to eat a donut because you need some carbs in your diet between drinks.
So in the beautiful city of Aurora and the outskirts of Chicagoland, I went and I got donuts to hail the donut squad.
Were you back
reuniting?
Chillporeal on the street again?
Huh?
Chillporeal on the street?
No. I right after work. Aurora's like 50 miles away from me.
Dude, Chillporeal on the street was one of the funnest streams we ever did. That was great.
I still go out.
That was great.
Hey, raspberry belly donut right here. Here we go.
I remember doing that. I thought you were gonna get hit by a car like several times. It was funny. Not that you almost got killed, but it was funny.
Come on, Brian. You need to shove that in your face.
That's an apple fritter. Did you add some powdered sugar and stuff on that? That looks like
it's frosted. I went to this place called
shit. That's not.
It's a good donut. This is not Dunkin' Donuts. This is real bakery restaurant in the Chicago suburbs. Good food, better than that. What was that place that we got the peppered steak? Remember we got the peppered steak. I got the peppered steak at that restaurant. Remember that restaurant by you?
We ate at some we ate at some of the shittiest places when we were here. It was terrible. I felt
except
like
when you came and visited me.
That's true. That's true. Yes, I'm talking about. So that little shitty place that we ate because I wanted to try it with the family because it just opened. Remember that little shitty place that I think we both got
and of course you
from? Right. So me and my daughter were out shopping today.
Guys, problems.
And it's closed. So I cheered. I was like, Brian will be so happy. It closed down. Funny. Nobody ate there. It was great.
Oh my gosh.
And then someone come in, look at the menu, and they got the F out.
They fucking left.
They fucking left.
And our sodas were flat because they didn't have a soda machine. They were pouring out a 2 liter. 2 liters. It's like, how many donuts can one man eat?
I bought 4. I don't know if I'm probably not.
Do you really want to know that, Steve?
I used to eat them by the dozen. What can I say? Once you get into a donut.
Also, hi, Steve.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Welcome back. I guess.
What does that mean, Steve?
Well, you're like back on your own terms. You're back, right? I don't know. I'm just here. My agent told me to show up. I'm here. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're not gonna be streaming and stuff. You're just chilling, right?
No, I will be back to streaming.
Okay.
I'm gonna be taking things on my own time though, because
there you go. Then disregard what I said because I'm always right.
Did you say something, Steve? I didn't hear.
No, I know. That's what I wanted to know.
Exactly. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Like he can't hear him because he. Yeah. So.
All right. Sorry. But no, I'm just gonna be taking my time. Like I know a couple of people have already seeing my post today. We're already reaching out to ask me to hop on to things, and I was like, well, I appreciate it. I'm not being weird or funny about it, but I was like, oh my gosh, I want to breathe for a little bit before I even get back into it. But I mean, of course I will hop on when I can. It's just a matter of I need to ease myself back into it.
I was really lucky to get Mags today. I had to
Brian,
jump through like 50
How much did you
hoops.
pay?
I had to
Did you
pay. So you know all those
prostitute,
super
I didn't
chats.
say that. Incentivize. Jeez,
You know
we're on YouTube.
all those super chats I was sending
Damn.
people, and all those what was it? All those super memberships I was giving you.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, I mean I gave you some.
Yeah, I know, but I like. Was that an incentive?
That was
for me to
nothing.
do
That was
something for you?
nothing.
Wait, what?
I had to lose a piece of my soul. I had to give Mags a Horcrux because I have to bring Harry Potter into this. Yeah.
No,
And
you
so-
had reached out.
So I had to kill
Wait,
my
the
I had to
HBO
kill
version or
something,
the,
and so I
the
killed my
movie?
my
Wait,
love of movies and games and all that. That was my 2024. Was
which
basically
Harry
I started
Potter?
losing interest. I started genuinely losing interest in
you know what's
content.
crazy? You know what's crazy too? Like it's crazy to say that because 2024 basically was that for me. I have like a mountain of stuff that I should have made videos on or done. I just didn't. Like it's like I need to sort of break that mold in the new year because there's still there's a mountain of stuff right now. I have a list sitting here of things people have sent me, things people have suggested, things I've started and then either not felt well enough to do or whatever, and then they just go away, right? And it's like it's pretty. I don't know what it is, but it's sad because it's like I've waited too long on a lot of things, and then it's just like the time has passed, and it's just like I need to do better about that. Just because, well, it's silly, right? I mean, what sit in my chair and fall asleep, or make a video? And I've been choosing to fall asleep. So
same here.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to get the motivation sometimes, especially when life is so busy and like other things are going. It's not just work or family life. It's like everything else too. All the little things that just add up over time. And yeah, I get it. I certainly get it. But last year was pretty not my funnest year. It's like
I'm surprised it's already been 2 years. I know I brought this up earlier, but it's been almost 2 years since I visited.
2024 went like it just
it was like gone. Yeah.
Gone. Yeah, it was just just gone in an instant. It's wild, but yeah, no, I need to do better. I got low hanging fruit that I'm just choosing not to pluck for some reason. So I need to. I guess that's my New Year's resolution: start plucking the fruit.
This is going to be an interesting year. There's a lot of shows that are going to be ending this year that I
I'm
actually
not even
plan to
talking about.
watch.
I got people begging me to go after Shad, so I'm like, okay.
What do you mean go after what? Because he's making crap.
Shad did a 2-hour video defending Brandon Sanderson. And
I've been paying attention quite a bit to.
Yeah, so I've got Al Dan sent me the first note saying you gotta trust this. This is not right. So, and then I got several more, but I just work. There's always some. I always find a reason not to when I need to do the other. I need to find a reason to, right? So, but I'm not much for attacking people and reactions, but maybe I need to change.
I don't know. I've never seen you attack people, but hold that thought really quickly. Admiral Teague, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Admiral Teague. Definitely check him out if you're a big Star Trek fan. Definitely follow his channel. He has been doing live watches of Enterprise. So everybody definitely definitely. I mean, how did I find him? His video on Picard season 3. Being kind of like Stockholm syndrome or Helsinki syndrome if you watch Die Hard. So everybody definitely follow Admiral Teague for all your Star Trek needs and all that. So thank you, sir. Really appreciate you.
What I was gonna say, Steve, is I wouldn't like some people like that kind of drama, and that's okay. But if you're not that kind of person, then don't change for that. Like keep doing like lore or some people are okay with doing stuff like that, and that's fine. Like they can do whatever they want, but for me, that's not my disposition either. Like I could never do something like that.
I completely agree with that, but it's one of those. It's like it's sort of actually in my wheelhouse because like I don't know, some weird. It's sort of it's just
You don't have to
weird.
go
Like,
into it. I was
well,
just
I
kind of
don't understand how you defend somebody's. A book came out, it wasn't good. A lot of people don't think it's good. A lot of people, it seems Brian's probably saw more videos talking about how it's not good than I have, probably, and you haven't even read the series.
Anybody defending it? All your
and
typical Wheel of Prime fans?
What's that?
Or your typical Wheel of Prime fans defending it? Is anybody defending
Well,
it?
the weird thing is apparently Shad made this 2-hour video defending it and defending Sanderson and the book, and he hasn't read it.
He hasn't read it?
And he hasn't read it. So
isn't that
like
with him?
Like
he
I don't want to. I have to watch the
doesn't.
video. I haven't watched the video yet, but I feel like that's like the
But
reason I'm thinking about doing something is because it's like complete hypocrisy from what he does on his channel. Because like his channel, his turned into Red Eyes everything. I'm mad about everything, and it's just like Sanderson did.
But it's his videos like now he's just trying to follow like trends in the algorithm.
Well, I think it's a
does
little bit.
Does he like have any idea what he's talking about?
Again, I haven't watched it, so I can't really say quite yet. I need to watch it and decide what I'm going to do. But it seems a little bit like I know this guy, and or like Shad works with Brandon Sanderson, so we're going to defend the person that I.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he has he did some of the I think he did some of the fight choreography for some of the books to help with accuracy for some fight stuff. I don't know if that's still an ongoing relationship, but I know they had a discussion about it. But
okay.
But it's one of those when you build your channel on being angry about people doing identity politics and how it's bad, and then you have Sanderson just dip his big toe right into identity politics in this book, and then you don't call it out. It's a little bit, and then you haven't even read it. That's the thing. It's like read the book.
You don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah,
read the book first, then have your discussion. Like so. I don't know. That's a discussion for another time. But yeah.
Because now I'm just curious because I have the first Stormlight book. I have Way of Kings. So I was considering reading it at some point. So I mean,
I still enjoy the first bit, but it's just harder to suggest it now because I need to see his next book. That's where I'm at. I need to see what comes out of the writing mind next.
Because this is like, do you think this could be an isolated incident? Like has he done anything like this before?
No, not like this. Not in my opinion. Yeah, not in my opinion.
Yeah, he releases like several books a year, right? Like, what about his other stuff?
He used to, but like he's got his hands in a lot of things now, so he's slowed down a bit. But I think it's been about a book a year, right? But this was supposed to be like the big one, and it just took a total turn.
Is this his most successful series, or is it Mistborn? Oh, is it? Okay,
it is. Yeah, Stormlight's his most popular.
I mean, you would think he would probably put like the most time and effort into.
Well, he did. I think but then you start involving sensitivity coaches and beta readers and.
So what exactly is a beta reader? Is it like a beta tester or something?
A beta reader is he'll write. He'll do a treatment of the book. He'll send it out to his beta readers, and then he'll edit the book based on their feedback.
I'm taking the beta readers were of a particular.
I don't know. I can't say. They must have been, but I don't know. The weirdest quote to me was always, which was the big red flag, was when you say, "I wrote 3 endings. I sent them out for feedback, and then I made a 4th ending, adjusted to the feedback I got from the 3 endings to take all the stuff from the 3 endings and put them into one that people liked." It's like that's not how you. That's like writing by committee. That's not. Don't write like that. Just write what you want to write. You're the author. So,
Geez, Steve, you made Mags go away. You bored her.
I was trying to get off the topic. Man.
No,
You were
kidding.
going back to it.
No, she has stuff she has to do. So
I don't know. It's a weird situation that I don't like being in. I'd rather just like it.
yeah, I mean that's why I've gone so I don't know if it's because of just the quality has gone down of shows and movies and games that I just I mean gaming is
Gaming's a
debatable.
little different though, isn't it? I mean, it's just the quality's coming from different places.
Yeah, especially if you follow like all the Western stuff, like they've been excuse me, sorry. I just, and it's not just that, it's been leaking into other stuff. I haven't been really interested in consuming stuff. Like I just want to just like, go outside, move around. Maybe I'll follow some news or something. I think I'm getting old. Steve.
Yeah, maybe. I can't follow the news now. It's all about poor California.
Oh, geez.
My hometown is gone, man. It's gone.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was half the Malibu, Pasadena, all those places.
Santa Monica.
I used to have soccer tournaments and all kinds of shit in all those areas. It's all gone. It's wild. It's sad.
Yeah, the high school burnt down. The high school burnt down too, and I didn't realize they used that high school for a lot of movies. So
which high school?
I forget what it was. It was the one that was featured in Carrie.
Okay.
It said the one from
because my high school. I told you a few times. My high school is where they taped Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did tell me that.
They did that. I think it was. Was it She's All That? The one with Freddie Prinze Jr. There was a few movies shot at my high school, but the main claim to fame was Buffy the Vampire Slayer was shot at my high school. But thankfully the fire's for now, but who knows? It's just sad situation.
Yeah,
I've seen some people are of course mocking online, but I don't think people understand that there's a huge history, and also in LA that we're also losing. We have over 100 years of not just Hollywood history, but just like other history there too that literally is gone forever.
Oh, it's just gone. It's
gone.
I said to my dad, they might as well just drop the bomb. If you see some of the aftermath photos, a bomb went off and just blew up California. I mean, wild.
There was a tweet that James Woods sent out. Luckily, thank God, his house, is intact. I mean, he's literally showed like one side of the street is fine, and then
I thought he lost his house.
No. There was an update. They went back to his house, and it miraculously was on the edge. Of course, is like in the yard, whatever. It's kind of what it is, whatever. But like the house itself is still there and intact and fine. But he was tweeting because he and his family and everybody else had been evacuated. He was tweeting. And one of the things that really made me break down and cry, like the way he was, you could sense the emotional loss at that time. And he said, the fire alarm detectors are going off and sending, notifications to our phone. It's like watching somebody you love die slowly from a distance. Like, just, can you imagine? And they just like,
what's still going too is like, no, it's just going. It's just going and going and going. And then you got a drone flying into one of the did you hear about that? The drone flew into the to one of the water planes and grounded it. So one of the water planes is because the guy was getting fucking YouTube videos with his drone.
And I'm sorry, but like people who are trying to get YouTube streams out of this to be able to get some sort of views rather than actually helping their neighbors, shame
Sure.
on you.
Well,
Shame on you. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're in this space. I don't care if you're outside of this space. Shame on you.
Yeah. Mags, I got a confession to make.
What?
Watching the footage yesterday kind
Mhm.
of influenced how I was going to make this thumbnail. So I chose this look right here. This looks like LA almost. The afterworld and
on fire
FF6
and ash. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is when Kefka tears the world apart. So like everything turns, like everything's burning, continents are split, the water changes color. It's like a literal apocalyptic nightmare.
Yeah, it's like it's practically Armageddon.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Well, so I mean, it's so wild.
Well, and there was this one I saw where like literally the whole neighborhood except for one house is burnt down. It's like, is that person's not going to come back? How's that person going to come back and live in that one house in the neighborhood by himself? It's like how do you like? I don't even know.
How do you feel like that? Yes, your house survived, but you're still
alone.
You're traumatized. Yeah, you're traumatized to the fact that like all of your neighbors are homeless.
Yeah,
well,
like
I
have no
something
possession at all.
Like a bunch of like insurance stuff was going on too, insurance lapses, and
they cut the insurance. These people don't have anything.
Like they should They need to string up Gavin Newsom because it's all it's all on that fucking crook.
You mean new scum?
Yeah, what a fucking crook. They need to string him up. That guy.
And not only that, but I saw a video and it was like it's a real video. Like it's real. It's happening. Where a mother runs up to Newsom.
Yep.
You saw that catching him.
Yep.
So she's trying to get his attention and
he's lying his ass off.
He pulls out his phone to pretend as if he's talking to Donald Trump or something.
No, Biden.
Biden. Okay, thank you. Biden.
We all know that's a lie. Biden's asleep.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, she's catching him and he's like, but I'm like, he's trying to show the phone. And I'm like, I'm seeing the phone too, because he's waving it because he's so arrogant in knowing that he will always be safe. Hey, baby. Tara is here, so she's saying hi.
Hi.
She just had surgery on Wednesday, so she had 7 extractions from her mouth. Yeah, it's okay. So anyway, I that's why I had to leave. I had to feed her wet food because she can't have kibble. But anyway, so she caught him, and you can see on his phone he's like waving it around because he thinks he's so arrogant that he can get away with basically murder at this point.
Yeah.
And you can see like he's clearly not on the phone. Like I know what that looks like.
Yeah, she caught his ass in a lie, right?
He's on his way to start his California's Burning Down party for only the local elites.
Well, he's also
COVID parties,
restaurants. Yeah.
Well, he's
by the way, before hold that thought. I want to read Silverlock's generous super chat. $9.99. I have to go. But I wanted you all to know that it was very enjoyable stream tonight. You all have a great rest of y'all's evening.
Aww.
And Steve is weird. There you go.
Thank you, Silverlock.
True.
But yeah, it's just I sometimes I can watch the footage and sometimes I can't watch it.
I actually had to step my dad's been getting really emotional because I mean
you're from California.
We're from California. We lost my mom in California, and all the places we went are gone. I'm not even being hyperbolic. They're gone. Like
I was saying Malibu, this earlier. It's almost like a chapter of your life has been closed because of something like this.
Well, I mean, he was going over the places he used to live before we moved to Torrance, and our family lived in Torrance the whole time we were there. But it's like I lived here in Malibu, and Malibu's like been wiped off the face of the earth. Like, and it's like in all these, it's just gone. Like in no signs of stopping, no signs of any plan to stop it. We're just gonna keep dumping water on it and hoping that
zero containment, 0% containment.
Well, it's it's all because of they didn't do the wilderness upkeep that they should have. How do you run out of water and fire hydrants at like a few hours into a fire? It's bonkers. It's bonkers. The stat that my dad told me, apparently in, was it 2014, there was a proposition that was passed to build like 14 or something new reservoirs for water, like from scratch. And it was passed. It was like $1 billion bill. And guess how many reservoirs have been built since that bill passed? 0. It's $1 billion. Where's the bill? It's like the money was allocated for it. Where'd it go? We all know where it went. COVID parties.
Yeah, COVID parties, pockets.
COVID parties. Malibu's burning party. Let's go. Gavin.
They're trying to make room for more Oprah's like housing or whatever, like they did in Maui. Like,
yeah, that's right.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like how do you recover? Like what?
No.
Who's gonna nobody's gonna move.
You're
back.
not gonna recover.
Nobody's gonna move.
Who's gonna build?
Who's gonna go in there and buy up all that land for on the cheap? Because somebody's gonna.
No, the prices are gonna skyrocket.
You think so? Oh, it's just gonna stay vacant in dead land for.
Oh no! The government will figure out a way to use it, but their property is no longer yours anymore.
Well, yeah,
it's gone forever. And I don't say that to be ugly or mean. That just seems to be
fucking winter. And we have forest fires in California in winter. What the fuck is happening? Like, there's my trademark. What is happening?
It was snowing here today. Yeah.
What is happening?
You gotta do that.
We have forest fires in California.
Wait, you gotta do the hands. You gotta do the hands. What is happening?
What is happening? What are we doing? Like, what is happening? What is happening? I don't know.
I'll never regret
wins. Oh,
clipping that from Steve's wheel. What I forget which episode was that.
Man?
Episode 8 or 7.
Probably
8.
I don't know. I need to get off my butt and do some of that stuff. There's so much stuff I should be doing.
Well, you know what? We 2025 is gonna be a good year for shows. I mean, we're gonna see the end of Wheel of Prime, I think.
Oh yeah,
we think.
There's no way it's over.
I'll be honest. Even though the show was awful, it was fun watching.
It's fun. It's fun making.
It was
fun
fun
of it.
watching season 2 with you guys and seeing everybody's reactions and everything. It was really funny.
It is fun making fun of it. It is.
You almost have to turn it into a comedy. Like if you really want to watch it because you want to make sure you have informative arguments towards people who clearly don't know any better, then but the problem is to be able to keep your sanity, you almost have to look at it as a comedy because there's no other way to digest it.
Well, Brian, you were the one, didn't you say, was it you that shared the tweet from Zoe whatever that said book readers going to be happy this season? Was it you that linked that, or somebody sent me a link from one of the actors for Wheel of Time going, oh, book readers are going to be really happy with season 3 because it follows the books. It's like, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Like we seen a minute trailer of nothing. It's like, why? Just stop lying. It's like, you guys, why? It's the funniest thing ever. It's so like, I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like things seem to be changing a little bit. I don't know if they are or not. I guess we just have to wait and see. I guess I feel like people are waking up to some of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, you guys. I'll be honest. When Sanderson did his reaction, you guys were reacting to him reacting to that final episode. You and the White Cloaks, you guys really got like hundreds of viewers. What was your peak? 120?
It was on my channel. It was like we got to 135 at one point.
Yeah,
it was
wild. Awesome.
It was a wild time. We were I remember trying to figure out how to run a show and 135 people talking. It's like, what? I don't know what to do.
Wait. Steve, what is happening?
What is happening? Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do it again. Jeez.
No. What are we doing? Like, What is happening?
It's like my night bitch thing now.
Oh, how did that go? How
I
did it,
couldn't finish it, dude. Oh my god.
was it that good?
Such a disappointment. I didn't see a single werewolf.
Oh,
Ugh, it's horrible.
did
Night
you
Bitch
see
was-
Mags?
we
Did you see
tried.
Night Bitch?
What is that?
Amy Adams' new night. Amy Adams' movie, Night Bitch. It's the worst movie ever made. I'm so.
Why
Are you
would
sure
I
there
see
was a movie
with
I
a
saw
title
called
like
Teeth?
that?
It's her. It's basically. I don't want to even say it's a woman movie because I don't think it's a woman movie. I
Well,
don't.
I'm
Even, it's
I'm
like,
a woman and I don't feel inclined to watch it.
It's. I don't know. It's about a chick that's a bitch with dogs. I don't know how else to.
What?
With dogs?
It's like
Wait,
it's like a
Is
woman
it,
who
is it
regrets.
that
It's
kind of
basic.
movie or
Like
is
I
it that
don't
kind of
know.
movie?
It's like she's
I
turning
don't know.
into a
What
dog,
is
but
the
she's
answer is
not.
that?
She's mad that she gave up on art to become a mother, and she resents the father, and so she starts turning into a dog in shit. It's just boring, hellish, not even anything fun to make fun of. Bad. She didn't
Why
turn
would
into
you?
a werewolf. Well, she sort of turned into a werewolf, but it was like horrible, and I was just so sad.
Kind of like American Werewolf in London
It
werewolf type.
was so sad, and I had to turn it off. We got 50 minutes in, and I had to turn it off. I
You
couldn't
had to turn it
do
off?
it anymore.
Oh.
It was bad.
Mm.
Bad. Not even funny bad. I just couldn't do it anymore. Bad.
Well,
I
speaking of bad entertainment, I mean, you know what else is coming out in a month?
What?
The end of Cobra Kai. This
I
last
have not-
season fell off.
Is it the
fucking cliff.
next month?
Next month, February.
Oh,
I
talk
wonder-
about so depressing.
Yes.
Ugh.
So I have not watched the last
You-
season because I heard
Ugh.
You haven't
bad things.
watched it yet?
No.
Oh, you're probably better off not. Honestly, just end it. Season 5 was it season 5?
Yeah,
Season 5.
Just everybody's happy. They're one unit. The end. Just end
And
it.
they went off to the Seikai Taikai.
No,
and
they didn't. Never happened.
Well, no, that's season
Never
5. They're setting
happened.
it up,
We're ending at 5. Just like there's only 3 Indiana Jones.
so they canceled the Seikai Taikai. Okay, there you go.
So they see.
It blew up. It exploded. It was held in California. Oh.
So what?
sorry.
So like, what happened for them to just implode like that?
The characters regressed basically. They
Oh,
in
no.
even know
stupid ways because they
think-
needed to still have.
I think you're being too fair. I don't think it regressed. I think they just completely wrote new characters. The only character that I think survived was Miguel.
Yeah. Everybody else was just
sucks.
like doing stupid things and rekindling stupid rivalries.
Tori goes back to Cobra Kai.
Yeah. And
because I guess there's no Japanese girls that will do karate apparently.
And because of, I'm gonna blame the Game of Thrones effect, Mags, because that's why because remember we're talking about how certain things have ruined stuff. Well, the fact that a character does die in
Oh my
Cobra
god! Somebody
Kai,
dies in Cobra Kai.
Don't tell me.
It's
Don't tell me
supposed
who.
to be no.
Don't
It's
tell me who.
it's nobody you know.
It's
if you haven't
nobody you
watched
care
the
about
season,
either.
It's
It's
nobody
just-
you know.
They fridged a guy.
And it wasn't a guy; it was a kid. I mean, this was
Yes, it's a
still a kid.
Like it's like so everybody's like the show forgot these are teenage kids in high school competing in a teenage karate tournament. A kid dies by getting stabbed by a knife at the end during a brawl at the karate tournament. It's like, what is going on?
Like,
Steve,
how do you? It
what
doesn't.
is
How do you recover?
What is happening?
Oh, Jesus! Wait. All right. Wait.
What is what are we doing? Like, what is happening? What is happening?
There you go. I had 2 clips.
Double. It's the wild somehow Dimitri's in the top 6 of Miyagi-Do karate. Like how? And it was
Dimitri, the nerdy one, the one that really
Dimitri.
sucked in the first season, or he quit in the first season, then he came back because
there were so many theories going into season 6 because the way that they used the seasons to almost reflect the movies, like the villains for every movie type of thing.
Yeah,
and everybody was hoping for like what was that movie with oh gosh, the girl, the karate, she was
the next Karate Kid.
Yeah, the next Karate
Hilary
Kid.
Swank.
Yeah, Hilary Swank. Everybody thought like because everybody, all the other movies were starting to be represented by previous.
No, don't bring up Mr. Miyagi's box.
Oh no! Please don't. I don't want to know.
Mr. Miyagi's a murderer. Oh, did we forget to tell you that? Mr. Miyagi's actually a fucking murderer.
I'm gonna drink.
Hey, did you know that if you get the right tickets, you can get from Spain to California back to Spain in about 2 hours? Right, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That was the life lesson I learned from the latest season, the part 2 of Cobra Kai. Part 2.
Johnny Miguel learned how to warp speed, how to warp travel.
Ludicrous.
They go back home, and then they go back home for emergency, and then they come right back within like an episode.
They go home, and she's like, "Mom, oh no, her bed's empty. My mom died," and they're like, fake out. And it's like, we all didn't know it was fake out. And then she's like, "What are you two idiots doing here? Go back." And they're like, "Really?" And
okay,
she's like, "Yes." And they're like, okay,
bye. And then they go right back. And they're right back within like the episode.
It's like, what did I miss? I was in my room.
And then you had asshole airline passenger guy. Remember that?
Yes. Oh yeah, that was great. Yes, asshole white guy passenger to bring father and son together. Lovely.
I wonder who they based him off of.
Oh God, it's
that
wild.
Sounds like that sounds so like who?
It's wild.
Like that is such a like drastic. Like when you say drastic change, you go from like a very high point of anticipation for the last season, and like everybody's waiting for a while for the renewal, and they finally get the renewal, but apparently they've already had some filming done even before. So I'm like, how did it get from you went over here, you had some filming going on over here before the renewal, but you've already had some of that done? What happened?
Listen, like fucking Terry Silver is back. What is like?
Hold on.
I did say it. It's like they did every single thing that you didn't think they were going to do. It's like they gave some kids. I
want to watch it just for the pain, and then
it's shocking.
I'm gonna text you and say, what is happening?
It's fucking.
What is happening?
It's like watching National Treasure, the TV show that we never did.
No.
I still haven't watched that yet.
That's like a running joke for us at this point.
Now, because of all this, I'm worried about another show that's going to be ending this year.
Stranger Things.
It's
going to be garbage. It's going to be hot fucking garbage.
So
I guarantee
it was so good. Season 4 was so good, man.
They did so many. It took so long. Millie Bobby Brown was busy walking around going, "I'm Millie Bobby Brown. I'm in Disneyland. We should wait and not shoot because I'm in Disneyland.
Married. I just married Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I'm now a Jovi. I have bonbons, and it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be so bad because it's gonna be centered around her.
Bro, that season was so good.
It was so good.
It was awesome.
Look, hopefully I'm wrong and it's really good, right? I hope. I hope it's still good, but it's just like Cobra, like I don't know. How do we get here with Cobra Kai? It's like you almost have to watch it just to see. It's like because it's like.
It's like a train wreck. You just can't.
It is just a train wreck because you're just sort of like, what? So like they take six people. Like first, their tournament rules are the stupidest rules I've ever heard of. Only the captains can win. Like only the captains get put on television, or just like what? Then they have these like weird awkward team battles, and then they have these weird awkward. It's like this stuff is like this stuff doesn't work in reality. Tag matches for karate, it doesn't work. It's like you watch too much wrestling.
The charm of the show was that it still held on to the nostalgia, where it respected the older generation of people who enjoyed. I grew up with that. Like I grew up with that. Short Circuit. E.T. I grew up with a lot of movies back then that were very like within the 80s frame of mind where kids could watch it. And we all grew up with that. We all appreciate that. And yes, it's a little goofy in some ways because it is what it is. It's not really, it's not really typical kind of thing. It's not really realistic. But we kind of we were okay with that because at least there were some rules grounded in reality.
Yeah.
And the show still kept that vibe going while also appreciating previous characters, and we were appreciating the characters that we grew up with and we loved that had all these different arcs and layers to them. And us rooting for Johnny not Johnny oh god, I'm not good with names.
Daniel?
Not Daniel.
Is it Johnny? Yeah,
Johnny.
You got
Johnny.
it.
Good. Okay,
Johnny
good.
Lawrence. Yeah.
Johnny Lawrence. Thank you. I'm my brain.
No, you're right.
I'm not old. I'm not old yet. But it's like we started liking these characters again, and then still like Daniel, even though sometimes we want to smack him on occasion, and it's just like. And then you start really liking these newer, younger generation characters and getting into the weeds of it. And some of it is a little corny and it's like high school drama and all that kind of stuff. But it's still, it was entertaining enough where it grabbed you and grabbed the audience. And you couldn't wait for the next season, for the next episode, and be able to know what's happening. And all these cameos of people that we all loved back in the day, like the former, Cobra Kai guy. And it's all of these people, and then it's like the next, and then all of these theories were coming about where it's like, the seasons seem to be reflective of the movie. So like the first season is Karate Kid 1, the second season is like Karate Kid 2, and all this other stuff because of all these characters that were involved with each of those movies were showing up in these seasons, lining it up. So people were speculating Hilary Swank for season 6 because that would have been really cool, and they really did a good job. Even though some of the characters and some of the sequel movies were not as great, but they did a good job really making that, making you really like them a lot better than their younger, the sequel movies. But then, like, how do you go from all of this?
Well, Chosen is going. Chosen's like a cartoon character in season 6. He's just like a dummy. He's just like a buffoon.
How does that work? Why?
Hey, Chosen screws a Cobra Kai evil woman. By the way,
discount Lucy Liu.
Yeah, discount Lucy Liu and Chosen. They get it on the beach because apparently 2 Asians make a right. There's 2 Asians in the room, so they have to have sex. Apparently, he's just a fucking cartoon character. It's just like walking around going.
Yeah. Or he starts crying or something.
It's like, what is that? Chosen, what is going on?
I mean, I miss that you insult my honor and then live or die, man.
Maybe
I miss that Chosen. I want that Chosen
sword
back.
Cut to the back, bled out all his cool stuff, and all that was left.
Oh yeah, that's right. That happens to women against silver.
It's Tommy Chosen.
Yeah. I like that little arc with him and Silver.
It was
that
great.
In season 5 was so good. DJ Ryan G, member of the Nerdporeal Continuum for 32 months.
Woo, good.
He says my robot Petey, the toaster, is a bit like Johnny 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever finished Short Circuit in its entirety.
Really?
What?
Short Circuit's great.
Short Circuit was like my favorite. One of my I have a lot of favorite. I have a lot of favorite movies, but like when I was a kid, I would like obsess over like certain movies for like a certain period of time. Short Circuit was one of them. That's all I wanted to watch all the time.
You know what's a really good one?
I'd be visiting my grandmother's house and she would record all of these movies, and so she would have everything in alphabetical order and everything. So it'd be like 2 movies on one VHS tape and everything, and we had to use a separate rewinder because oh my gosh, the VHS tapes or VHS box would eat the tape if you rewound it or whatever. But anyway, so she would record it on television, and sometimes we'd watch the commercials because like they're fun. They were fun back in the day. They were far more fun than today. And Short Circuit was one of them. And man, I would wear out that freaking tape.
Yep.
Like crazy.
Oh yeah. That was a
Gotta get the tracker, everything to fix it.
You know what I did. You know what I did watch in its entirety. That when I think of Short Circuit, I always think of this movie too. You ever see Batteries Not Included?
Yep.
I love that one too.
Yep, I remember that one. I like Short Circuit better than it, but yeah. I mean, it's subjective. I mean, they're both good movies. They're both fun. I remember both of them. Yeah, it's good stuff.
So you're gonna see the new Karate Kid?
No, not after
Jackie
hearing
Chan.
about season.
Is it coming out in theaters?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's a movie.
When is that coming out?
So somehow Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan are in the same universe now.
Okay, so like that's also the problem with Cobra Kai. They forgot that it was supposed to be about Johnny and Cobra Kai and not Daniel.
Yeah, I mean
that's
the first episode. The beginning of that show, the first episode is all about Johnny.
That's why it was great, because it was about. Yes. So where are we ending? Well, we're spending more time with Daniel tracking down this mystery of Mr. Miyagi that nobody cares about. And Cobra Kai is not redeemed. Cobra Kai is once again a evil organization that breeds dirtbag children. It's like, oh, great. I'm so glad it's Karate Kid the show. Like, I wanted Cobra Kai, not...
That was its original premise. So clearly, obviously, the season sounds like to me. This is my take, and I have not seen the season, but maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Sounds like season 6 got hijacked because of the movie.
I have no idea.
Because if they're making season 6 to be mostly about Daniel, and it's Daniel in the movie, this coming movie.
Like, I don't know. Is the movie linking into the show? Because that could make a lot of sense. Maybe Jackie Chan knows about Miyagi's murderous past.
Maybe. I mean, because that would be my only case. Because if it's supposed to be in the same universe, like why? But the thing is, why? I mean,
I don't care about Daniel LaRusso. I want to know about Johnny Lawrence and Cobra Kai. That's where they lost. Like that's. And Miguel, frankly, Miguel, Miguel, like Robbie, Robbie's story is fine, but like it should have been like they lost focus. It should have been about Johnny, Miguel, and Cobra Kai, and that's it. That should have been what the focus was, in my opinion. Because Miguel is the only one that has any good lines in the season. Like what is so it actually had me laugh. He's the only one that doesn't lose either. He's the only one that actually does karate.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that too, because I remember before I even left, I was not seeing much action online in terms of talking about Cobra Kai. Like it just seemed like about it. It just seemed died. Like it just completely disappeared. That's why I feel like that's it, to me, in my opinion, it just seems like season 6 was tanked on purpose. Like it just was like.
I mean, it was.
Why would they make
negative?
Such a trash
was there negative backlash, or did
I don't think there was any talk at all. Like I know I didn't do a ton of looking around, but like I remember I said to somebody that I had talked to about the show in real life before, and asked if they'd watched it. They're like, "Oh, I didn't even know it was out," and that was like the general consensus: is it came out and nobody cared or watched or talked about it. Like that's what it seemed like, anyways.
Like
I don't know if
nobody criticized it. Nobody said
there was
anything.
just
It was just
nothing.
completely nothing.
We talked about it. I know we talked about it briefly, like
Yeah.
on one of the streams I did. We just started talking about, but yeah, your chat right. Final season is 3 parts. What the fuck is that all about? You split it into 15 episodes. Well, the problem is, it's not only that it's so. There's so much filler nonsense in these episodes too. It's just like you don't need 15 episodes for this nonsense, or if you're gonna do 15, like make it worth it. Like I don't.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Like I don't know how you recover from part 2, the end of part 2.
Yeah. I actually wish they do like do more. You know what? I actually do more 3-part 5-episode things that'll give some stories to be able to tell. Remember we used to have 22 episodes a season in television, and they could actually do stuff with stories. Let's get back to that. But yeah, I don't know where you recover with the dead guy on the mat, the dead kid.
That would be canceled. They would probably be charges pulled up against these adults.
The dead child is on the mat in the kids tournament. Yeah. The sick guy, tight guy must go on. It's like, no, fuck you. He died on live TV, broadcast to fucking the world. It's canceled. It's over.
It is over. And we got a wondering angry Canadian. So what's up? What's up? What's up, my friend?
What do you think? Do you think Stranger Things is going to be okay?
I will reserve judgment. Different people making it, so I honestly thought season 4 was going to be crap because season 3. I mean, I liked season 3, but there were parts of season 3 I didn't like.
Season 4 was great.
Season 4 went like I would expect season 4 to get worse each season. I don't know if I thought season 3 and season 2 were kind of on the level because season 3 didn't have that extra episode that season 2 did with 11 and going to Chicago and all that.
So Squid Game season 2 was a full season. They're calling the next part in December season 3.
Yeah,
which is totally weird. Did either of you watch Squid Game 2?
Not yet. Is it worth it? It sucked.
No, that's not fair. The ending sucks.
I thought season 1 was supposed to, the way they did it was season 1 was supposed to be a cautionary tale about society.
So actually, I shouldn't say it sucks. Because me and my daughter watched it. This is one of these things I was going to make a video on, and I let it go too long. So I
saw one thing. And somebody complained about it, and everyone's like, "No, we disagree." So apparently, there's a trans character that's actually pretty cool.
She's fine. I don't mind. I don't. The trans character is okay. It's fine. It didn't bother me. It was. You gotta let it breathe a little bit, but they do fine with it. I wasn't too. That's not my complaint about the season. My complaint about the season is it's stupid. It's just like
Is that one dude that fell off the cliff alive? Did they bring him back?
He's alive, absolutely.
Of course.
The cop. So you spend a bunch of time with the cop. They have this whole subplot with one of the face mask people. Like one of the shapes.
Yeah.
They have a subplot with one of them that makes absolutely 0 sense. Now that we're talking about it, I'm remembering some of it. There's a subplot with one of the like guards, the pink outfit people. Makes no sense. It's a complete waste of time. And the last episode, Ji-yoon, the main character guy, completely it's not good. We'll just put it that way. It was one of those things. If it had a banger ending to the season, I would have forgiven a lot of the stuff that happened during the season. Some of it's entertaining. Like, I'll be honest. Some of it's I was somewhat entertained through it. My daughter and me, we binged it. So we had to be entertained to a point. But then you hit the ending, and you're like, what what? You're like, what? Like, what? No, what do you mean? This is no, absolutely not. This has never happened. And so I don't know. I think it's worth a watch just to form your own opinion, especially if you like the first one.
I did like
But
the first one, even though
I'm
the
very
first
curious.
one,
Like nobody talks about this stuff to me anymore. So I don't know. Nobody
Yeah.
talks to me about National Treasure.
I mean, I was into this genre since college
Hey!
with movies. I don't know if any of you guys seen Battle Royale.
Battle Royale, no.
Japanese movie, same premise. You're on an island. Kids are on an island. They have to kill each other. If they don't, they wear these exploding collars around their necks. They all explode. So it's one of those things.
The Running Man.
Stephen King made something called The Long Walk, which is supposedly being adapted. So I read that book. Probably got me back. Was my first step getting back into reading. Same idea. These kids are in a walking contest, but if you lose, you die. Basically, of the military there. If you walk under 4 miles an hour, they shoot you dead.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you win, but
boring
there's
movie.
a high cost. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be curious to see what you had to say about it, but it's 7 episodes, so it's like, huh?
How long was season 1? 10 episodes? 8 episodes?
It was either
or
8 or 10. I don't remember which, but it's like 7. So like when it
are there
ended at
7
I'm
episodes
like,
worth of story, or is it only like 2 episodes worth of story and everything else is crap?
I think probably yeah, probably 2, because you could have cut out a bunch of the subplots because they're just boring and make no sense. And then you're in the Squid Game, then you're in the Squid Game plot, which doesn't really make much sense either. And then the end happens, and you're left going, "Huh? Were you fucking loaded when you did this? This is ridiculous." And then it ends at a point to where you're like, "Okay, next episode," and it's like season 2 over, season 3, December 31st. It's like, what? That was the season finale? What the hell are you talking about? So it was a very weird season of television. I'll just say that for Squid Game.
All right.
I finally broke down and watched Severance, which was pretty good, but it could be. I kept looking. Have you watched Severance on Apple TV? So like Trip especially kept asking me to watch it, so I watched it, and it's pretty. The last 2 episodes were really good, so it sort of brought the whole season together. But I basically was, after every episode, I was waiting for J.J. Abrams' credit to come up, because it's basically Mystery Box, the show.
Yeah.
But it actually they did a good job at the end of the season of answering a lot of questions at once. So sort of just like being like, so it's like, okay.
Wow.
So it's like they answered a lot of questions and gave you some more. So it's like, so you're sort of still. So we'll see. Severance was entertaining. So I'm curious to see where it goes for season 2, which comes out soon. Castlevania Nocturne season 2 comes out soon, which season 1 was not so good, which disappoints me.
I haven't watched beyond season 2. They killed Dracula, and I was just like,
yeah, no.
Dracula's the main story. Dracula's the main villain.
Well,
yeah, but season 2.
Season 2, but season 3 is all about trying to resurrect Dracula, which is very Castlevania.
It's very Zelda 2.
What's that?
It's very Zelda 2.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. I mean, it's one of those. Resurrecting Dracula is very, very Castlevania plot oriented. But I get that. It's one of those. I was sort of the same way. It's like, dude, you killed Dracula too fast.
Speaking of Dracula, go see Nosferatu.
Nah.
Oh, Steve, you wouldn't like it because it's scary, but
yeah,
it's actually a terrifying.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Nope.
Thanks.
Nope.
I'm okay.
Really?
I'm
all alone here. I'm all alone in this.
I am sorry.
Okay. I'll go watch National Treasure.
Hey! You know what? 3 years later, we'll watch it together. We'll finally do a video.
We'll watch National Treasure. Yeah.
I have to. I don't think I have to see that. I actually saw the first one in theaters.
What?
National
Not-
Treasure.
Yeah.
This is the best
Long
movie
time
ever
ago.
made. I don't know. There's no arguing it. It is the best. It not only has
Not
Nick
The
Cage
Rock?
in it.
Not The Rock?
No,
No, The Rock. The Rock's way better than
No,
The
National
Rock
Treasure.
is way better than National Treasure.
National Treasure is the best movie ever made.
The
Makes me
fact
feel
that
so
Sean,
good
you
about
get to see Sean Connery's face in The Rock makes it automatically makes it better. So, yeah, I don't know, but like movies to look forward to, not so much this year. It's all
I don't know,
sequels
yeah.
and crap, and I'm surprised. Like Star Wars, I'm surprised they still haven't made any. They still haven't
Did they
made any Star
cancel
Wars.
Ray? The
Yeah,
Ray?
I think so.
Star Wars?
Yeah,
I think they canceled it.
yeah. They're making a Mandalorian and
Jesus
Grogu movie. So
That's still going on. Isn't like
I am so tired of baby stupid Yoda. Like I fucking can't stand it. It's just such a transparent freaking cash grab. It's ridiculous.
and people fall for it all
And
the
people
time.
just gobble it. Oh, it's a little tiny Yoda. It's so cute. It just
and we got an appearance
I
from
hate
Memes of Destruction. What's up? How you doing?
howdy.
And
know I'm on an
Gadfly's got to
island,
go to
but-
bed. So good night,
Good night,
David.
Gadfly.
Good night, Gadfly. Thank you for being here.
Three
Yeah,
bro.
I
There you
know I
go.
seem to be on an island when it comes to Baby Yoda stuff, but like I just
It's starting.
I'll be-
It's starting to get on my nerves too. It's like I originally
well, they
I thought it was.
undid. They undid season 2. They completely
did.
undid season 2. Had a great ending with Luke, and he takes Baby Yoda away.
As
to
he should.
train. Yeah.
He
And
should
then-
have gone away.
And the problem with entertainment now is they followed that up with a direct copy of a property I love. It's called Lone Wolf and Cub. They literally copied a moment in Lone Wolf and Cub and used that to make the excuse to have Baby Yoda go back to the Mandalorian. I'm not gonna call him
I
Din Djarin.
didn't even watch any. I wasn't a huge Mandalorian fan to begin with, so I don't know.
Yeah, but Disney Star Wars I'm more or less done with. New Trek
think
I've been done
everybody
with.
Marvel,
hard
done.
and Marvel
that-
I've been done with.
So I am curious to see Daredevil because
Daredevil
everybody's
is the
back.
one
I don't
exception.
know. I don't know if I've got you baited or not, but like I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, Andor. I forgot. I'm going to watch Andor season 2 as well.
Like Andor might be okay, but it's just Andor.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do. It's basically like its own isolated show that's really not gonna do anything for. And it's not going to do anything. It's just its own show.
Yeah. It might be a good show, but it's not going to be like, oh, Star Wars is back, baby. Andor it's like, oh, okay.
Who else we got here? Oh, we have Mr. Tickle Trunk here. So in honor of, because I listened to last stream with Mags, every time he said something, I said in the George Takaiwai, hello. Oh my, it's Mr. Tickle Trunk is here.
Giggity.
Giggity. There you go. So
I'm gonna have that's nightmare fuel right there. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Steve.
I should have left earlier.
What is happening?
I don't understand why you put that. I didn't say that at all. I just said
that because it's fun, it's funny, and it's gonna be part of my channel forever.
Is Skeleton Crew any good?
Like, no, nobody watched it according to the ratings.
Oh, okay.
Only one person I saw watched it. I didn't even know it existed.
One person watched it.
Yeah.
There's literally just one guy with 8 TVs. It's like I must watch.
Mm-hmm. All right,
it's like the airports where they have like CNN everywhere. It's like, oh, our ratings are up, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah,
oh, exactly. But I do have something really cool to see if I can hide it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to hide it, but something really cool that hopefully it won't do any harm. Da-da-da-da. Can you hear it?
That sounded like Metroid.
Pokemon.
Is that your ringtone? Is that a Game Boy?
That's a Game Boy.
God damn, that's an old school Game Boy Advance, isn't it?
Angry Canadian, you still here?
Holy shit. It's a Game Boy Color. Holy
Wow.
crap. Wow.
Pokemans.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That is
it's
blast
Pokemon
from the
Red.
past. I used to have one of those. Holy crap. That's
I had a
wild.
super. I played Pokemon Blue on the Super Game Boy back in the day.
I never played Pokemon.
I got
That
this.
one's pretty fun.
I got this because I've not had any luck finding any of my Game Boy. I gave my Game Boy Color away. I cannot find my Game Boy Advance or my original Pokemon Red, my Crystal, my Yellow, and my Silver. So I am really pissed about that. And I can't find my Lion King because I loved that game too, even though that was freaking hard. I can't, like, I think I had some other games too, but those were like the most frequent ones that I would always play with, so I remembered them. So I can't find them. I don't know where the bag went, and I know specifically the bag that I'm talking about. It was a Game Boy held bag, like it was rectangular and everything, and it said Game Boy on it. I think I actually said Game Boy Color because I think I got it with my Game Boy Color originally. But anyway, so Santa, aka my mom and dad, were very kind, and they got me Game Boy Color for Christmas and
that's awesome.
Pokemon Red. So clearly, this is probably a Pokemon Red that's been refurbished because I remember the last time I played my original Pokemon Red, which was years ago, I could no longer save do a game save because the internal battery was kaput. So I'm sure this is a refurbished internal battery. So I can save as many games as I want. I can save all the time. And I've already done the 2 Mew glitches, and I got 2 Mews. I am happy. I am reliving my childhood with this.
You got a Mew? No way. That's crazy.
I got 2 Mews.
2. I thought that was a myth. I literally thought that was you could not.
Nope, there are two glitches. Those of us who grew up with this game know those glitches.
Wow.
Not me.
All right. Well, it's getting late for me. I've been up since very early today. I want to thank you, Mags, for agreeing to do this Chillporeal. This was a fun time. Had a blast. I really am happy that 2025 is looking great and looking bright. And I just, like I said, thank you for sharing what you shared. And then Steve came in and ruined it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No.
What is happening?
What is happening?
That's what I do. What can I say?
Steve, thank you too for coming in and making this a true Donut Squadron reunion.
Bye, I guess. What are we doing?
That was weird.
That was so weird.
No, like, not bro, weird. Like, not weird. I ate a donut.
Is that what that was? Like there was this weird pause, and then I see you eat a donut. It's like, are we leaving? What happened?
I don't know what's so hard to understand.
What is happening? Literally,
understand. I mean,
he's so tired and full of bourbon. Chillporeal has taken over.
I'm gonna mute you.
He's tired.
I'm gonna mute you. There you go.
Give me admin power so I can stun you.
I'm a true Chicagoan. I silence my enemy. No, I'm kidding. He's fine. So, no, I never end the stream until my co-panelists plug themselves. So,
no, I don't have anything to plug right now. So.
Any other shows? Any other? Now that you're back in the game, you're gonna be probably getting like a crap ton of invites. Say, hey, come on my show. Come on my show.
I already have, and I appreciate them, but I need to have time to breathe a little bit to be able to kind of gain my footing, and I have to. Plus, I want to be able to build things first before like, other than you, because you've been very kind and patient, and so therefore I was more lenient towards you. But I don't want to jump into other people's stuff before I can start working on mine. So in order to do that and be able to create my own schedule and space or whatever, because it's always like this. People want to invite you on. You're always going on these things.
Monopoly takes all your time, and then you can't do what you want to do. Yeah,
exactly. And it's nothing against them. It's that I need to focus on me sometimes. So it is what it is, and I need to be able to figure out my own schedule as well, because with my work too, Brian, you understand this. I've been up since like 5:30, so it's like I have to be able to figure out my timing schedule with like everything going on. So. But yeah, so that's why I'm like, I just want to breathe a little bit, guys. I'm not like hopping on everything and doing everything all at once. Thank you for the support. Thank you for some of the love that I've seen, but I need to kind of take everything with strides. So I don't want to. And besides, like my schedule at work, like so I work like almost like 9 or 10 hour days at this point. So it's like I don't have a lunch break either. Like, I mean, it's not because it's not
Really?
like I don't have one, but I just work through lunch because there's so much work to do. So I need to have a better manage my time situation before I even start committing to everybody else. Like, I need to work on myself first. So
totally understandable.
But you can find me on Twitter. So there's that.
It's
so.
X, god damn it.
Hey,
all right,
Steve, watch your
Zitter
language.
Zitter.
In. It's midnight. It's 2 hours in.
What is happening?
What is happening? By the way, Mags, I like that chair. I hate the chair that I have. I bought a gaming chair. I would rather have the nice office chair that everybody goes for in the office. They're sitting on.
Gaming chairs sort of suck.
They do suck.
This is not a gaming chair. This is an office chair.
Yeah, I got one of them bro
chairs.
Yeah, my chair is nice and comfy. Yeah, the gaming chairs just like I don't think they're very good. I don't know.
So what about you? Oh, Max, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me here. Thank you to the chat for being here too. I've been seeing some of the comments, but I've been trying to keep it so that I'm not, trying to respond, trying to look at everything, and it's a matter of trying to get back into the swing of things. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. No, thank you, Steve.
What is happening?
Make it quick.
Well, nothing's. I have no idea what's happening. Something will show up on my channel at some point. You know how it goes.
Dude, make some video content about Wind and Truth.
I should. I really
do
need
it.
to.
Do
I
it.
Really need to, but I don't know. What am I just gonna do? Like, hey, Brandon, why does your book suck? The end, like.
I don't know. Do what you did with the
Wheel
of Crime. Just rant.
Just rant.
Rant. And do update the what's happening. Update that. Make it update it for a modern Chillporeal.
Well, once. I mean, I have a feeling things will probably pick up here soon. I mean, season 3 comes out, but you need another what's happening, is what you're saying. Okay.
I demand another what's happening. I need a third what's happening.
It'll happen.
First, what's happening is like the Triforce of Wisdom. The second, what's happening, the longer one is like the Triforce of Power. And we need a Triforce of Courage.
Well, chaos streaming. That's what I do. So I'll show up at some point, and chaos will happen. So that's the name of the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. I got to figure out how to get. Once I make the first video, I'm sure I'll just start making videos again. But it's been so long since I've made a video. But no, I am not related to Culture Casino.
I met Culture Casino. Awesome guy. Beard in the hair. It's all real. It's all real.
So yeah. Whatever. It'll happen. Something will happen. Something will be happening at some point.
Right. Well, you guys have been awesome. There's no Chillporeal next week. I'm going to be out of town visiting a friend. And 2 weeks from now, well, I had an idea for a Chillporeal. It's up in the air. Certain people I have to wait to hear back from and get some confirmation. I know it's a ways off, right, Steve? Excuse me. Sorry.
I already said
if yeah, but you don't know yet, so that's fine.
I should.
You should know these things, Steve. Come on.
I have a crystal ball. I can plan and.
Your name literally says Prophet of the Dragon.
That doesn't mean anything. It's a made up name.
He didn't make it up. He got it from Wheel of Time because
I know. I'm just being literal here.
Book, Prophet of the Dragon is a crazy son of a gun, and everybody, because he didn't like the Wheel of Time or Wheel of Prime season 1, everybody was calling him crazy, and he kind of took that as his badge of honor. And he not only took it as a badge of honor, he made his channel off of that, a character that was exactly that.
He says, "What is happening?" all the time.
What is happening? Everybody says it now.
Who knows? Nobody knows. I don't. I surely don't. I have no idea what's happening.
Hey, call me Shirley.
Shirley?
Yeah. Do you know? Oh no.
Shirley, you can't be serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
I am very serious. Don't call me
bitch.
You don't even know where that's from.
Prophet of the Dragon. What is that?
Where that's from.
Prophet of the Dragon.
I've heard it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Prophet of the Dragon.
Uncultured swine.
What is it?
Yes.
What is it? Prophet of the Dragon is a nerd with anger issues, but that's not important right now.
Wait, I have anger issues?
I'm trying to.
I'm
trying to do my airplane jokes. I can't do it. All right.
He looks so angry sitting there. Steve is so angry right now. Look
I
at his
have a natural angry face. Apparently, I have a resting angry face. You see my face. You just want to punch babies.
Steve, I think you have a drinking problem.
Too much water. Sorry, that's you. That's you. Too much bourbon. You're getting all red faced.
So I did
your
not
head's
do
all
what
red.
I did not do what I promised to do. I guess I wasn't feeling it tonight, but I didn't finish this, so we'll have to.
That's a good thing. You don't want to do that.
I've seen both Gladiator movies, of which there's only one that really exists. The other one doesn't exist because it's shit.
Steve, have you ever been to a Turkish prison?
Last Tuesday.
Buddy, Prophet.
What?
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Sure. Last Tuesday in the Turkish prison.
Yeah, I saw. You know what's funny is I saw the movie that line was referenced. That line was referencing.
Your head is so red. Stop drinking. You're gonna explode.
Your face is red too.
My face is my face. I'm laughing at you.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys. All right, we got last minute.
Do you shave your head with a razor?
Yeah.
What kind of questions are these?
You want to be Jordan? You want to be like Mike? Is that why? I mean, that's everybody wants to be Michael Jordan, so it's okay.
I just don't want to get a haircut anymore. That's why.
Oh, okay.
All right, you know what, Steve? This is what I think. Mike Ehrmantraut has something he wants to say to you.
I want to do it.
You're done. You are done.
That's who you're trying to be, Ehrmantraut. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but you are a spitting image. You could have played him on both shows.
Probably could. Yeah, probably could have. Well, now I have to be more dead-eyed. I have to be more dead-eyed and scary looking to beat Mike Ehrmantraut. So
yeah.
All right. So I figure, end it here. Everybody, thanks for being here. Definitely. So it looks like this is going to be a very interesting year for all of us. Mags, I'm glad you're doing good. Steve, keep swearing, keep being angry, keep making videos, especially
which
ranting.
I've done none
you
of.
need to rant more. There's been lack of ranting. You need to rant more.
Yes, sir.
And I'm expecting a lot of ranting when season 3
What is happening?
What is happening? There you go.
Season 3. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
We should just do a show series called "What Is Happening." Just that's it.
I did. That's what when Wheel of Time comes around, we'll have that. It'll be back. Like every other day, you'll see. You'll have more of me than you can handle when season 3 comes out. Don't you worry.
Oh.
So,
Which is fast approaching.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need oxygen and
So
booze.
I
You don't
figure
drink.
Exactly.
So I figure for
Do I
this,
speak jive? Do you speak jive?
What?
Wait, no jive, turkey. I went right here that I think of Trading Places.
no, that was
You ain't no jive, turkey.
that was
Trading
that was
Places.
Airplane. That was also Airplane.
Was it?
Mrs. Cleaver from Leave It to Beaver's like, I speak jive, and she's talking to the blacks and that with all that. It's so funny.
All right, I'll let you go to bed. Sorry.
All right,
stop.
so I figure for tonight's outro, I will show the outro of last week. So if you haven't played Quest 64, well, check this out. Good night, everybody.
Bye.